are your opinions on gay marriage?
My opinion is that everybody should be allowed to get married regardless of who they are or who they're marrying.
Okay. And what do you feel about how gays are treated in our society?
I guess I sometimes find that they're treated different, but I sometimes think the gays put themselves out as different from the rest of society too. So, I don't know. Here you go.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
Gay marriage, I don't agree with it, but I think it's all ultimately about somebody being happy, and as long as somebody's happy, it doesn't really affect me, so I shouldn't have an opinion on it.
How do you feel gays are treated in our society?
Well, I think it's kind of like a silent treatment kind of thing going on. It's like, I don't want to say they're neglected or abused or anything like that, but I think the way we kind of operate around them, when we don't know them, I guess we prejudge them a lot of times, but as far as, I guess, in general, how they're treated, I think it could be better. You know, starting with each individual, how we treat them and how we see them, and just on a matter of respect as far as human beings. I guess in that matter, it goes that way.
So how do you feel about gay marriage?
Gay marriage, so I think in America marriage is a totally different, it doesn't make any sense. I don't think marriage is between two people. My frustration with people against gay marriage is that we allow atheists to marry, we allow Buddhists to marry, and it's not a religious act, and I don't think that we should have a religious act, dictate who can marry and who can't.
How do you feel gays are treated in our society?
I'm happy that we don't live in 1952, and I think that we've come a long way since then. I think that gay people, especially in the last 10 years, have been treated more and more equal. I'm more optimistic than pessimistic about it, and I'm just happy that we are where we are and not where we were.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
Well, where I come from, Brazil, this is like becoming something very normal, so I'm not against at all. I think this is part of like a free society, where you accept the things and you just like, why? Just because he likes another guy, I'm not gonna accept his whatever. I don't know. There's no problem at all for me and for my society in general.
How do you feel about the way that gays are treated in our society?
Well, it's a bit sad to see that there's a lot of people that still carry a lot of prejudice. I think there's no prejudice calling somebody gay. Don't get me wrong, okay? Because I'm not trying to find I don't want a moral society. Oh my God, he's calling somebody gay. He's calling somebody black person. No, I'm just saying that you can say that, but not in a prejudice way. I don't know if you get it. This in my country, for example, we have a lot of people that they're gays and blacks or Jews and whatever, and there's no big deal. We treat them. It's the same thing, yeah.
How do you feel about the way that gay people are treated in our society?
I feel like people don't like the idea of change, so I don't know. I know they're treated very negatively by a lot of people I know, and I don't think that's right, because I don't think being gay is a choice. I think you're born that way. I don't think you choose to be gay or straight. So I just feel like people should accept them.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
I think it should be legalized, because I just feel like if we make it illegal or don't legalize it, then we won't really achieve our idea of equal rights, and I don't think it's fair for straight couples to be able to get divorced and get married as many times as they want, and gay people can't.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
Gay marriage. I really don't care about gay marriage one way or the other because it doesn't affect me. I do feel bad for gay people though that cannot share their lives together. I feel like they are discriminated against in many different areas, especially things where insurance or hospitalization or just the care of their spouse or whatever you want to call them. And I just think they're not given the same legal rights as others, and I think they should be given the same legal rights to their people. I've always had the belief that people should be able to do what people want to do as long as they're not harming somebody else. So I have no problem with gay marriage. Again, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me. People should have the same rights.
How do you feel gays are treated in our society?
Generally, I think nowadays gays are treated very well in society. I don't think there's nearly the discrimination against them that there was when I was a kid. 40 years ago, you couldn't even come out and say you're gay because you'd probably be persecuted, picked on, beat up, killed, all that stuff. I mean, it was very, very rough on gay people. But over time, society has come to accept gay people more and more. And I think that's a good trend. I think we should just accept people for being people. As long as they're not harming someone else, they should be able to do pretty much whatever they want to. So I think overall, gay people are treated very well. There are still some places we need to work on, such as gay marriage and giving full rights to people. But overall, I think it's much better than it was 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
I think it should be accepted. I have two grandmothers. I have lesbian grandmas that have been together for 30 years. So.
How do you feel about the way that gays are treated in our society?
I think it depends on where you live. I think it depends on all your community that you live in and where you grow up around. I think it all just depends.
I believe that everyone, gay or straight, should have the freedom to marry the person that they love.
I believe there should be more organizations out there protecting gays from bullying and harassment. I believe gays have feelings and need friends just like everyone else.
I believe that we should all make an effort to make the lives of gay individuals happier by accepting them for who they are.
I believe gays should be able to openly serve in the military.
I believe that all gays should be respected, not made.
I believe gays should not be made fun of.
I believe that love is beautiful, regardless of sexual orientation.